72,000 Americans lost their lives in 2017 to addiction, 1,909 of those deaths in Massachusetts alone. On August 28th, residents from all over the state gathered to remember those who lost their battle to addiction and raise awareness to help those still fighting.
Therefore, I, Arthur G. Vigil, Mayor, on this day, August 28th, do hereby recognize and proclaim Friday, August 31st, 2018, is Overdose Awareness Day.
I started doing this the year after I lost my son because for me, the visual of the number of deaths in the state is much more powerful than just hearing it. In 2016 in the country, we lost 64,000, and for 2017 that was up to 72,000. So we have a long way to go. We have a lot of work to do.
Kathy Leonard brought in several guest speakers for the vigil, including author and founder of Magnolia New Beginnings, Maureen Cavanaugh.
I wrote my book so that other people would see what we go through, what mothers and families go through when they're helping somebody through or dealing with somebody's substance use disorder. But when you see those flags and understand that each flag represents an entire family that's been ripped apart, and people that, that love their children and went to baseball games and ballet practice and watch them graduate from high school, and to have them be symbolized by a flag in the ground and no longer with us I think it's just very, a terribly beautiful thing.
Leonard also introduced Dominic Esposito, the artist behind the 800-pound spoon, whose own brother had struggled with addiction.
June 22nd, along with Fernando, my co-conspirator and partner in crime, we dropped an 800-pound bent and metal heroin spoon in front of Purdue Pharma.
Esposito's efforts were not only praised by the crowd, but also by filmmaker Jim Wahlberg, who called on those attending the vigil to use their talents to help others.
I made the film If Only, which seemed to resonate with quite a few people facing this epidemic. And we need to continue to use our time, treasure, and talents, whatever they are. We all have them. God has given us all something that we can use to contribute to this epidemic and to a solution.
The event's keynote speaker, Joanne Peterson, spoke of her own personal losses within her family and how she now advocates for others suffering from the loss of a loved one.
A month ago tonight, my niece died of an overdose. But in 2007, I was at the Purdue Pharma sentencing, and I was one of the speakers. There were 19. And there was a mom with her son's ashes. And she stood up with those ashes and she said, "It took me 11 years to conceive this child, in your company 1 year to take him out."
The evening closed with a candlelight vigil and slideshow to remember each life lost in Massachusetts in 2017, a tradition Leonard says she plans to continue until she no longer needs to put a single flag on the field.